I want to kick myself. I really just shot a whole video. Pretty sure it was 20 minutes on time lapse. Ugh, I just want to cry. Ugh. Okay, so clearly this is not going to be what I said, and I felt real strongly about what I was talking about. But now I got to do a front facing video so I can make sure I'm doing the right video. All right. I'm Terry P, and I am a wellness coach who's not feeling too well today. I seriously just want to cry, y'all. I did this whole video because I feel like we're talking about fibromyalgia today, and I don't want to not talk about it because it's something that so many people deal with, and maybe they don't feel like they can talk about it. I'm so tired. Anyway, today I want to talk about fibromyalgia because I have gone into a severe stress induced fibromyalgia flare. Now, some people know about fibromyalgia and some people don't. Um, the best way I can describe it is as folks generally with fibro, there's something that hurts. And so we most times will say we have a high pain tolerance, and we do, because most times there's some pain or fatigue or whatever. But there are times when you go into a flare where our pain receptors, which are dysfunctional, will tell us that something is 1,000 times more painful. Like, it shouldn't even be pain. Here's an example. GP went to touch my back this morning, and I just started screaming. It hurt so bad. Let me backtrack just a little bit, though. How I am identifying this as a stress-induced fibro flare is that really starting the last part of last year, we went into a chapter of our lives that's just very we didn't expect it, and it has been emotionally exhausting to try to deal with this part of life and just act like nothing's wrong. It's life. Life happens. So we find ourselves in this situation, and I'm trying my hardest to just keep pushing forward, keep trying to build this business, keep trying to do what I can around the farm and for our household. But I think my body is like, sis, I'm tired, and I don't want to deal with any of that right now, which is kind of a bummer because I want to do the things. Like, I have these great ideas, I feel like, and they are doable. It's doable for me to start a business, and especially what the type of business that I'm trying to start is wellness. Everybody deserves access to wellness that works for them. I think the wellness realm looks to most people like a certain thing, but everybody deserves access to wellness that works for them. And so it makes sense for me, as someone who has been on a wellness journey for so many years, dealing with several chronic illness diagnoses, and I've made it through many of them. I've managed them well. I think that I feel like probably I'd managed them so well that I made the mistake of thinking that I was cured of them. And yeah, that's not the case. I got a little bit off track because I was going to just go back to this week. Um, so I guess the last part of last year has been in dealing with that and kind of trying to act like everything is okay. And then going up to these last weeks, and it's just gotten more and more difficult to deal with this part of life. So like Wednesday, I made a video and it was hard. I really did have a physical reaction. I didn't feel good. But yesterday, which was Thursday, was a great day. I had a fabulous day. I felt good. Mentally, I felt good. I got to spend time with some friends. I did some volunteer work that I love. And like, it was just great. It was a great day. Last night, I saw some of my friends, and one of my friends grabbed hold of me. She gave me a hug, and she's like, "You feel warm." And, I just thought, yeah, I'm always a little bit warm, but I wasn't reading the signs. Um, so today, actually, Sherry and I were supposed to do a podcast with two others who are like us that have some chronic illnesses that they deal with. And topic was really supposed to be on self-care. And I was really looking forward to it, looking forward to the location and all that. So Sherry and I were chatting about logistics of it. But she actually wasn't feeling great last night. And it turns out that one of the other guests wasn't feeling too great either. So we had talked about it and we've put it off. We're going to do it next Friday, we hope. But in the middle of the night, it started coming on me, and my body just felt like it was immersed in concrete. It was so hard for me to move. It was so hard for me to just turn from side to side. I can't even explain it, but if you know, you know. So this morning, as GP was going to work on his very early morning workout, he just went to touch my back and I started screaming. The heat. My skin was hot. For me, this is kind of how I know I'm in a flare. It's like hot on the top of my skin, and then right up under it also feels like it's a different kind of fire. I have numbness on certain parts of my body, and it was just all of that, all of that this morning. Now, I've had this diagnosis for nearly 20 years, if not 20 years. My timing is lost, so I can't give you dates. But I've probably had the symptoms for well longer. Most folks do well longer than 20 years. So he's been living with me this whole time. But I think even he was just kind of thrown off by just him touching me. And I just screamed out. He has so much compassion. He's so kind and so gentle. And it kind of hurt his heart. I saw it in his face that I was hurting so bad. Also, that being said, I just couldn't get moving today. Now, I'll wear a head wrap, I'll wear shades, but today, just even the thought of trying to touch my hair, the hair follicles, so sensitive, just there was no way I was going to even be able to brush my hair back. Also, my eyes are just tired. I think the old folks call it looking like you're peaked, kind of like that. And I am. Fatigue is different from tired. If you know, you know. Tired, you can rest. You can sit down and rest. Maybe even take a nap and you're okay. But with fatigue, You can sleep for 24 hours and still be tired and in pain. And that's kind of what I'm dealing with right now. It's a bummer because, like, I'm outside right now in mama's garden and it's so beautiful out here. And I want to be out here. I see some things that I want to do. I'm not going to be able to do it. As soon as I'm done with this video, I'm going right back in, get in my bed, and probably doze off. But I wanted to do this video because I feel like, again, like, I'm big on trying to squash stigmas of mental health issues, physical health issues. I'm also really big on the fact that midlife people, midlife women, should feel okay with what they're dealing with and not feel like they're lazy or not good enough or whatever. I'm driven. I didn't realize I was ambitious, but I am. And I like to do things, and when I can, I do. But sometimes your mind and your body will be worrying so much that you just can't do anything. And I feel like like the body and the mind is like, I was trying to tell you, but you were doing too much. So now I'm just going to not do it. So now you're not going to be able to get out of bed. But I think that more people need to talk about this and hear this and know that it's not just them. And it doesn't make them lazy to have to be in bed. It is part of self-care. Um, and we have to do that. So I feel it's important to share, to put this message out there. Um, there were other things I talked about in the other video that I felt were important, but apparently it's not as important as I thought because I can't remember them. Brain fog is part of it too. So at that, I'm going to end this video here because I'm tired. I'm fatigued and I need to go lay down. But I want you to please, if this video resonates with you, if you connect, please give me a follow, like it, engage, drop an emoji, whatever. Share your story because I am trying to build this community. And GP is too. You know, he's just busy. He got to be out there making some money because we got to have money to live. But he's still with me on this journey as well. So we really do want to build a community of people who are on a wellness journey, who are exploring the things that they want to do in their midlife, maybe doing some things that they never did before or didn't think they could do. We want to build that community. So please engage with us and share. Tell your friends about us. We want your friends too. Um, it feels better to go through the things that we sometimes go through in life when we know we're not alone. And that's what building a community is all about. So it's Terry P. And I hope you have a great day. And I'll see you in the next one.